Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of this special virtual program at the Westmoreland Museum of American Art. I'm Dr. Erica Knuckles, the Director of Learning, Engagement, and Partnerships here at the Westmoreland. I would like to begin with a moment of acknowledgements. The Westmoreland Museum of American Art is situated upon the traditional lands of the Adena, Hopewell, Monongahela, Osage, Delaware, Shawnee, and Seneca Cayuga peoples. We honor all of the indigenous nations and their land with great gratitude and acknowledge the genocide and continuous displacement of indigenous peoples. We also acknowledge the enslaved Africans whose labor built this country during the colonial era and beyond. We acknowledge the harm inflicted upon the indigenous communities and people of color across the country, which guides and inspires our work as a museum. This program is part of the Westmoreland Museum of American Art's Artist-in-Residency program that has been made possible by generous support from the Pittsburgh Foundation. Launched in September of 2020, the program features 4 to 6 artists annually and emphasizes the museum's commitment to engaging and supporting Black and marginalized artists, to promoting equity in the arts, and to sharing compelling and meaningful cultural experiences with the regional community. Each residency varies in length depending on the individual needs and availability of the artist. During their residency, the artist resides in Greensburg and can utilize open studio space within the museum. Artists use the span of the residency to create, study, investigate, and reflect on their artistic practice and are given full access to the collection and the archives, along with support from curators, educators, conservators, and other staff. Artists can use the residency as an opportunity to work on a new body of work or develop a new process and are encouraged to engage with the museum's collection and community. Inaugural artists selected include Anquinique and Diaz Kinzel of Boom Concepts, Gavin Benjamin, and our current artist in residence, Madame Christiana Dolores. This is the second of 2 live streams today, where Madame Dolores will create several sculptural pieces with the assistance of fellow artists, Mistress of Sculpture, Danielle Robinson. Madame Dolores will draw on her time of working on an upstate New York farm where she began creating dolls that she sold at the Tribeca Farmers Market. They will work together to shape these doll forms, guided by the theme of knowledge versus intelligence, which will illustrate the complexity of marginalization, the strange contrary state of being invisible and visible at the same time. This Mistress class will illustrate how 2 women artists collaborate, share their knowledge and vulnerability, and build together. This is part 2 that will be live streamed from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. today. Please feel free to submit any questions and comments in the chat during the live stream, and these will be addressed during this part intermittently throughout the program. Christiana and Danielle are in the paneled room in the museum that is currently being used by our artists in residence. Although the museum is currently open and we ask our visitors and staff to wear masks while inside the building, Christiana and Danielle are in a private space. They are both vaccinated and have special permission to forego wearing masks while in this private space today. So let's go back to the paneled room to see what the artists are working on. And I think we have some questions already. Hello, hello.
Hi, welcome back.
So we actually have a question for you already. It is by Deanna Cromer, and she asks, do either of you have practices and observances to keep your creativity present and authentic, like meditation, singing, or dancing before or while you work?
I'll let you go first. That is a great and wonderful question. It's something that I think a lot about in regards to myself, and when I'm speaking with artists, when I'm working with them one-on-one and mentoring, we talk about health, we talk about the body and self-love, and because your body, we are utilizing our bodies to create and make the work that we do. And it's very easy to forget to take care of ourselves. When we're in the midst of a project, we will forget to eat and sleep.
Agreed.
And clean our house. And so I'm not sure if for me personally, if I do anything before I actually create, but I definitely do. I do have a ritual after, when I'm done with a project or when I'm done creating. I clean my whole house. I think I light all the candles in my house, and I burn a lot of incense. And it's kind of like a way for me to allow that piece to go, kind of cleanse my mind and get ready for the next piece. From a health standpoint, I used to be athletic and I used to be able to do a lot of things, but with a change in my health, it's hard to maintain those practices. So if anything, I've been doing kind of like a waking, walking, chaos living meditation. I meditate in the moment of challenge and change. So I think it's called Crazy Clouds Zen Buddhism. You don't have, you can step away and do the meditation on a pillow, but life doesn't always give you that chance to do that. So you have to be able to do it right in the moment. Breathing is probably being aware of your breath and calming your breath down is probably my big practice.
I agree with that.
What do you think?
I agree with that.
What do you do?
And I do, which is very weird. I like to dance with my hands. I do a lot of just like movements like this and do things odd and, just to like work my hands before I start a piece. Cause I know, like Chris said, that, you kind of forget that you're working on something. You're actually doing something. And I get like crampy. So I try to prevent the crampiness by, exercising my fingers, which it's funny when you look at it, but it actually does help. It does. It's wonderful. So I do that before I start working on pieces usually.
I was thinking about this the other day, in fact, because it might have been during a conversation about the residency. I've talked to Tara Mosley, and I think I talked about how when you're doing difficult, challenging work, you really have to take that moment to bring joy back into your space. I learned that the hard way with a play I worked on that was very, very difficult, and I got very sick afterwards.
Yeah.
So now, when you're doing this, and it can be difficult work ranging from social, political, or just something very like a personal narrative of something you experience that's difficult to share and be vulnerable with. You do have to take that moment to get back to your joy. You have to find that space to get back to your joy.
I agree. Yes.
Not easy to do.
No, it's true.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pop backstage and let you guys keep working. And maybe you can talk a little bit about the pieces you're working on for those who may not have been on the original live stream earlier this morning. So I'll see you all in a bit. I'll pop on with any more questions and comments that come in. So have fun.
Okay, thank you.
Well, before we start talking about what we're doing, Danielle.
Yes.
As a Black woman in the arts in Pittsburgh, or just in America, what are some of the things that have been said to you? This was our pre-lunch discussion.
I love the drama.
Right?
Drama. I'm just saying, as an artist, and I think we both kind of know, you get different types of people that will talk to you about the stuff that you're doing. I've been at a couple shows. I had one. There's a type, I guess. I hate to say that, but there's, you get people that will ask you certain questions. I get the really, really arty lady that does the Yes, I see what you did there. There's that lady. There's the guy that's way too cool that has already done all the things you've done. So he's really awesome. And he's like, yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. And you're like, oh, thank you. And then you get just the people that don't want to look at you in the face. And they're just like, yeah, I follow you on Instagram. And you have really nice stuff. And they won't look at you. And it's very odd. We're all artists, and I know that. So, because we're weird creatures. That's just how it is. We're weird people. But there's always just like, it's not, that's not how everybody is. But there's few that you can pick out that you're like, I never thought that I would run into the lady that literally you see in movies that does the whole like, how avant-garde. You know what I mean? I never thought I'd run into her, but I did. A few times.
It's very special, a special moment.
What about you?
What has been said to me?
I'm sure you've gotten some doozies.
Well, let's begin with the ultimate thing that was said. In the very beginning of my career.
Oh my gosh.
I was a student at CMU. And it was suggested to me that I go see a psychotherapist by a professor. She didn't just say it to me. There were two other women in the class with me. We did challenging work. Well, we didn't think of it as challenging work. Okay, let's be honest. Challenging work is only challenging because some people, a large amount of people, are terrified by what it's saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It might push them to see themselves and see something ugly. So yeah, that was like the very first experience of someone kind of saying something very odd like that. I'm trying to remember. There's been so many different things said. I was in a band, so one time they were like, I don't like these new songs. They're too slow. And I was like, and I don't care. Yeah, get your own band. Yeah, thanks. Like, where are you so Rachel? Because the world is jacked up. That's why I'm so Rachel.
Like, sorry.
Or like, you're negative. And I'm like, negative, positive? It's the energy of the world. Yin yang.
Yes. It is.
Yeah, and then my question is, are you talking about the work, or do you feel a need to like say something about me? Because you can just come right out and say something about me. Right. You don't have to like use my work to do this kind of underhanded insult.
Yes.
That's what cracks me up when some people say stuff to me. I'm just like,
they want to be bold, but not forward.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess everyone's on their own journey.
It's true.
Yeah,
they
not
are,
everyone can be direct,
Maybe it's difficult for them.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just a test for them.
Yeah, we're testing. Actually, I had dinner last night with Gail Longstrop, and she said something that is, I think, indicative of women like us. And the way she said it, because I've said it to people too. So she's like, I'm just too much. And I was like, I fell out laughing because I was like, that's who we are.
Yes.
We walk in the room, we haven't even said anything, we're too much.
Mm-hmm.
Have you walked in the room? Okay, here's the weird stuff that's been said to me. You walk into the room like, can you just turn it down a notch? And I'm like, but I haven't said anything. Really? I haven't even done anything. I just walked in the room.
Can I live?
Yeah. But then I'm like, am I that powerful?
You are.
See, sometimes I think like when these things happen, especially when you're in all white spaces, it's like you have superhero powers. I've just terrified a whole room of people. Walking in.
We are terrifying. we are terrifying.
Yes.
That has been our marker forever.
Yeah.
Black women are terrifying.
Terrifying. And I think that's why I like making terrifying work.
I agree.
Yeah. Just like
I agree.
Let's embrace it.
Yes, let's do that. We are scary women.
Yes. We're
too
much.
Meanwhile, we're laughing and being all wonderfully wonderful.
Yes, Yeah, someone said they met me. They're like, "You're not as mean as I thought you were gonna be."
I've heard that too.
They're like, "You're actually goofy," and I was like, "Oh." I said, "I love life.
Yes.
I don't think I don't know where this is coming from, but thank you."
Yeah.
It was one of that. Sometimes I'm saying people say stuff to you, and you're like, I don't know what that is. It's not an insult or a compliment. So thank you.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
Yes. I will take that into consideration.
Yes, I'll put it in my notebook for my memoir.
Yes.
It's one for the bubbles, as I call it. The bubbles I'm going to have floating before me when I'm in a senior citizen's home.
I love
I'll
that.
still be making work, but I won't remember shit. Oh my God, dear people. I dropped a swear word. Forgive me. But if you've read the latest psychology article, people who swear are really intelligent.
I have heard that. I've heard that.
And yes, you.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. Here is some air dry clay if you would like to use some of this.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so beautiful people, human beings out there in the world who are joining us. Thank you for spending. Can you believe it? There was snow. There was snow coming down, flurries. So thank you for spending the first flurry Saturday with us. I am here with a wonderful, super wonderful person. I just love her, and this is exciting. And I am so excited that this artist residency that is a collaboration between the Westmoreland Museum of American Art and Boom Concepts has provided me with an opportunity to experiment with performances, create new work, and engage artists that I've been wanting to collaborate and work with for a long time. So what we're doing, had to shift gears multiple times to figure out what we were going to do today. And initially, if you read a description, this is a little bit different than the description, because the thing about creatives, and especially artists who are at the top of the game of creativity, resilience and flexibility. So I remembered these dolls I made when I was traveling in the Southwest in the 1990s. I'm going to warn you, this was pre-cell phone. We were cannonballing. That is also something you might not know what it is. I believe it's in Wikipedia. So
Google it.
We're traveling without being able, we had to be super close all the time because there was going to be no way to ever find each other if we got lost. And then we did get lost at some point, but we went out there, about 4 or 5 of us, to just kind of commune with nature and to be really remote and away from people. I really needed to be away from people, and the environment of the Southwest is gorgeous and magical and was very healing and cleansing. The very opposite of Pittsburgh's weather. So it was a great space to be. But what is the irony here is that I still have to create. And what did I do? On my way out there in the Southwest, trying to be away from people, I made people. And as I'm making them, I used air dry clay, and we were by this creek of water. And I knew in the moment as I'm laying them out to dry, I was like, see, there's something wrong with you. You came here to be away from people. Why are you making people? Shaping them out of clay. You are no God. Yeah, I was having moments out there, beautiful, beautiful moments. So Danielle brought an assortment of different materials and talked about how she fashions, I guess the firmament, the armature.
Armature, yes.
Right, because I was way out in the middle of nowhere, there no art stores. I believe it might have been my first encounter with a Walmart. The supplies are super limited, so the armature is very stiff and So at some point I made 5 of these dolls and I sold them, but I stopped. I have about maybe 10 more to go because it just wasn't embodying what I needed it to do, which is kind of like what's happening now. It's getting filled out, this kind of billowy dress.
Movement.
It creates a movement. And
yes.
We were talking earlier about how when sometimes being reviewed by the art world, which is basically in many cases, the white art world, they take great offense with materials that you use. Mm-hmm. If you're using cardboard, aluminum foil, tissue paper, if you're not using some sort of high-end material, are you really making art?
What could that possibly be?
What could that possibly be? It can't be art. So, Danielle and I are a great lover of utilizing what is near us.
Yeah.
Building from that, creating from it. We also love our horror movies.
We do.
We love the shadows.
We do.
We know how to navigate the shadows.
Oh my gosh, it's so great.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. I agree with that.
Yes.
That's a good statement.
People are very terrified of the shadows, but they are all around us all the time. Shadows and light.
Yes.
And
Can't have one without the other.
Exactly. We can't have one without the other. So
yes.
Probably should make peace with both of them.
Yes. Yes. The dark, the light. Order. That's when people are so funny because they think order and chaos are 2 different things.
Yeah. No.
They're really not.
No.
Ooh, think about that.
Yes.
I
don't know much, but I know that much.
That's the one thing I know.
One thing I know.
But this is great. I love the
like flamenco right there.
Almost, yeah. Oh my, I didn't even think about that. I thought it looked kind of like tea potty.
Oh, it does. Yes, it does. Well, I think I'm gonna use the clay for her arms. Let's just see how that works.
It's wonderful. There's all types of like crazy things here. I have some skewers, beads, and little odds and ends.
Now, I am really loving this Mistress class, and I call it Mistress because we're divas and ladies and fierce femmes. Master class? Who are we talking about when we say master?
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So I work in a lot of different art forms. And while I did sculpt these faces,
which are beautiful, by the way,
I am not very good at 3D. I sometimes can't. Other things I can come to an intuitive quickness of materials. With 3D, I would have never thought about foil or anything. I always choose the wrong. Speaking of that, I attended Tyler School of Art, and I had a great sculpture teacher. Forgive me for not remembering his name. I can't pull it out my rabbit hat of my mind. And we had to do a really interesting project where we had to volunteer our time at a nonprofit, redesign their space, their office in an ergonomic manner, right?
Oh, wow.
Well, to illustrate how I don't know how to use materials, I built kind of like these yurt structures that were connected by tunnels, and it was plastic, and everything I put on it slid off. And I was like gluing it and stapling it to make it look like something. And, my professors were wonderful people. I tried to sneak past him and get into the class. And he literally said, "Where are you going with that piece of shit?" Such a great teacher he was. He was so great and honest. And I just held it. I was like, back home. Back home to start over. But I knew in that moment that I just, it's something I'm going to have to spend time practicing, now, experimenting. It doesn't come second nature to me.
Yeah, I would say, I've had, for me, I have a thing about, for years, I couldn't draw hands. I was really bad with hands. So I would always pick a subject when I was trying to make something or draw something that had these crazy hand gestures. And I'll be like, why did I do this? Because I knew I needed practice. Everything would be beautiful. The face or whatever else is in the whole makeup of it was so nice. And then I'd get to the hand and I'm like,
they're like, whoa.
this is just gnarled, goofy looking fingers. And I'm like, this is going to be so bad. But I kept doing that to myself. And I also have like an incredible support system. My sister, who I love and can't stand at the same time, because she's always just like, and I had a thing, I couldn't do water either. So I picked these pieces. I would pick these photographs of like animals and stuff. And there's one of this bear running through all this water. And then I picked another picture of a bear. He's on dry land. So I send her the pictures and I'm like, which one do you think I should paint? And she's like, the one in the water. And I'm like, but why? That's so much water. She's like, yeah, but you can do it. And that's all she would say to me. And so, and
a good sister.
Yes. And because she said that would be the reason why I would do the painting or the drawing. And that it's just,
she was pushing you
every time she does it to me still to this day, where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go this way because it's going to be too much work to do it this way. And she'll say, yeah, you're going to do it that way.
Yeah.
The hard way. Like, thanks, sister. I
My
love
sister
you.
does that. Well, you know, she's also a visual artist, so she's very, very frank.
I love Frank's sisters.
Frank and just, and she doesn't always describe why. She's just like, that don't look right.
That sounds like my sister.
Yeah, and she just leaves you to figure out why.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good because
Yes.
that's who I trust.
Yes.
I have a rather large circle of people that I trust. So it's Chris Heidi. If they give me a critique on something, that is what I'm going to listen to.
Yeah.
Right? I will duly note everything else everybody else is saying.
Yes, exactly.
Because I don't know you.
Yes.
You have not been in my life. You have not supported me. You've not been through thick and thin. And also, given our experiences as women of color, I'm not sure your critique is without bias.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that it's authentic.
Right.
I'm not sure that it is actually a critique.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like it's just commentary. Like people feel a great need to constantly say something. And I've noticed it personally, directly and indirectly. I've watched it with my friends, like just having to have a need to say something to artists of color all the time, every step of the way.
Yeah.
I've been in this for years, so I've watched, and I'm like, well, you don't do that to them.
Mm-mm.
I watched them be left in silence.
Yes.
Isn't that wonderful? So yeah, that's why our sisters are great.
Yes, they are. They
They're
are.
great to just call it out there and be like, that don't look right.
Yeah, like, you might want to try again on that one.
I don't like it.
Oh, I don't know how many times I've heard that one.
Like, that's ugly.
Like, yeah, you could probably do some more work on that.
Yeah. I see where you're going, but it ain't there yet.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Right?
Yes, I think I've heard that a couple times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My sister's so wonderful. It's nice to be able to have someone, honestly, that will tell you the truth.
The truth. Yes.
The truth.
You need
Just
the truth.
Yes.
You really, really need the truth because there's another thing that happens.
What are you looking for?
I thought I had my scissors up here.
I have some scissors.
Oh, I see them. I think her hand,
I have tons of stuff in
I think
here.
her arms too. Once you start to get a little bit, you might get some media shine or whatever, or start to get recognized, or heading towards that land called famous.
Mm-hmm.
People stop being honest with you.
It's true. It's like everything you do, it's one way or the other. They can't stand everything you do, or they love everything you do.
Yeah.
And they won't give you the real deal.
They won't give you the real deal.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that was wonderful. This is so beautiful. What you did here, it's like, dude, I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Stop it.
and like Stop.
Yeah, stop.
Just be
Don't do
honest.
that.
But then
Yeah.
that's good information too, because you go like, well, that person, if they can't be honest with me, then I don't need to listen to their feedback.
Correct. It's like, thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yes. Oh, TED Talks. Oh, man.
Yeah.
See, there I go with my obsession with words. Why is it TED? Does anyone know why it's called TED?
I don't know. Oh, somebody should look that up. Why is it called TED Talk?
Yeah.
I mean, it could have easily been Barbara.
It
could have.
It could have.
I mean, Cheryl Talk. Oh my God, I like Cheryl Talk.
Yeah, Cheryl Talk.
That's our show.
Yes, Cheryl Talk.
Cheryl Talk. Yeah. I think that
The
needs to be
Cheryl
me.
Grill.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
We have so many ideas. Just in this small amount of time, we already have projects that we're ready to do.
Yes, we do.
We're going to work together on a bunch of other things.
We're going to work together on socks.
Socks.
Yes.
I love socks.
Blue Q. I'm talking to you, Blue Q. I'm going to be talking to you soon. Thanks to a super good friend of mine who bought me my first Blue Q socks in Mulgrave. I'm wearing some now that says, shh, I'm introverted.
Yeah.
I love their socks.
Yeah, see, that's pretty fantastic.
I love their socks.
I love them too.
Oh, the foil works way better.
If there's something so functional about the foil, like I've seen other like sculptors, people that sculpt with like, have you ever used the Polymer Clay?
I have. Yeah.
I love Polymer Clay. They have some pretty decent. There's some that you can use that will stay flexible, which is odd. It's very fun to work with.
But it keeps the shape of what you're sculpting, but you can move the arm.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Lovely. There's some cool stuff out there now. Like
there's new stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Like stuff that they didn't have like then when I was like first learning how to use all this stuff. It's like, oh, this would be cool if the arms could still move. Now they make that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because you would have to put a metal armature in there.
Yes.
And at some point that will just snap and break off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But now they have all this cool things.
I should have brought a hairdryer, damn it.
I have a heat gun.
This is not drying fast enough.
I thought of everything.
Really?
I did. I have a heat gun here.
See? Fabulous. Yeah, this is...
Ooh, I got bags everywhere.
Because I want to kind of get started on an outfit.
Okay.
I think she's
This has
ready.
2 temperatures.
This is fantastic.
And I have this just in case because you have to hold it so you don't burn yourself.
Look at it.
My sister bought that for me.
You are
She bought
super
me
prepared. Okay, so we need electric
stuff. Yes, we have this plugged in because
awesome.
Chris Ivy was so nice to plug this in for us.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna plug this in. It might make a little noise, might be a little loud, but it should work.
I love it.
It's gonna get hot though. It'll get hot. Be careful, kids.
It's
You
so
plan
hot
on-
in here.
You plan on using a heat gun, be careful. And you should have a gun that's
Oh, it is hot.
yes, it gets hot.
Why did I do that?
Don't do what Chris did.
No, don't put your hand in front of it.
Be careful.
I don't know why I did that. Got one person out of the hospital. There's no need for another one to go.
No.
Oh, it's working. It's working.
And also too, with something like this, like with the paper mache, when you're heating it up, it's gonna be hard on the outside. Now the inside behind it might still be a little wet. So when you're working on something like that, just remember that. So it's perfectly okay to work with still because it's gonna dry eventually. But you want to just be careful that you don't push it or squeeze it or whatever.
Yeah,
but at least you got the outside part hard enough to work with.
This is the outside that I want to maintain, and I can start draping her with some clothes, with some fabric.
Be wonderful.
This is great stuff. This paper mache.
I know, I love it.
Yeah, bought it on
The
a whim.
texture
Yeah.
makes some really nice stuff. I love sculpting with nothing. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Nothing. It's just any little random things that I find. I want to use it. I found a bag. I don't know what these things are. I think they're like tabs to cover holes in like a shelf or something. And I think that they're so cute.
Yeah.
Like you can do like a necklace or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or make the dress look a little
like has buttons or something.
Yeah, polka dot it.
See? I love junk. My theme song will be the Sanford and Son music. That's the music that should close this whole thing when we're done.
Yes. Yeah, I had a great conversation with artist Laverne Kemp. You know her? Weaver. Oh, you guys should meet. She's amazing. But she talked a lot about how she collects different things to incorporate them into her weaving.
Yeah.
You know, just, you know, that's what we do to collect. We collect cloth and objects because we might need them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not sure when. We're not hoarders. We're just exquisite collectors.
That is the best thing I've ever heard. We are exquisite collectors, not hoarders.
Yes.
Not hoarders. I can't wait to work on like all different types of like great fun things. I have piles of things, lots and lots of stuff that I should probably be using at the moment.
Yeah.
But I just, you know,
I want to get super organized this winter and just I'm buying some shelves and I'm gonna get like cases like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you have it. You have it's written on the side, craft foil.
Yeah.
What everything is.
I just recently did that with my like art space because I have a small, like I live in a small space. So I had to have that. And I bought a bunch of containers. These honestly are really cheap. They're only 97 cents.
Oh, at the dollar store?
Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
So I got like a bunch of them, I think like 20. And so I packaged all that stuff up. I think IKEA has some cool boxes and wherever you can find them. Sometimes you might be able to find them at like a thrift store or whatever. They don't have to match or anything, as long as your stuff is in it.
Yeah, I really need to organize my things.
I love it. It's nice
and
to be able to find it.
We're both in a similar situation where we work out of our homes.
Yes. I don't have a studio. Like I had someone email me one time like, oh, I would love to come by your studio. I'm like, me too. When you find it, let me know so I can arrive there.
I had a curator. I was trying to get a Travel the Book of White People, and she's like, we're really interested in the show. I want to come past your studio. And I'm like, well, I hope you don't mind a little dog and a little cat because it's my house. I mean, I'm hoping to turn my garage into a studio, but that, everything costs money.
Yeah. Yeah. Takes time, work.
I think this is going to be just dry enough to throw something out. Oops, nope. I'm going to grab this off.
I love this whole process.
That's one of the hardest things about a residency.
Yeah.
Is your tools.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to, I don't know about you, but I get kind of attached to my tools.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, I have to bring them here and leave them.
You can't. That's my favorite.
Yeah, so I've had to buy like multiple things. I could have stuff at home and stuff here because I don't know what that's about, but yeah.
I totally get it. Believe me, because
I was like, oh no, my thing is here.
Yeah, and it'll be something random that you're like, oh, it's like a spoon with a broke off top that you're just like, but that's the thing that I use.
Thing I need, yeah.
And you don't want to leave it?
No.
You're like, but I think I might need
this. Yes.
Oh my gosh, we sound crazy, but it's okay.
So I think that was a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I super enjoy having finally like access to some big space you know.
I know that's got to be wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. To have space to move around and not have to worry about like, oh, I have to clean all this up. You know, I have to put this away. That's really nice. I know I had to start buying, like when I started live painting, I bought stuff just for live painting. So it just stays packed all the time.
Yeah.
So if someone calls me or they're like, hey, you want to come live paint at this event? And I'm like, yep, I'm ready. So I wouldn't be taking the stuff that I had at home.
And you would have to keep packing and unpacking and packing and unpacking. Yeah.
So I just have a live painting bag ready to go when someone asks. And I'm like, okay, great. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Yes. This is just for live painting. Unless I run out of stuff. Which does happen.
It's a challenge because that's a lot of supplies.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I remember I did an event. I will not be saying what event it was, but I did an event one time where these folks asked me to come live paint. I was like, sure. There was a band. There was a whole bunch of people performing, and I got there. I set up. I had a little table with like my artwork out and all this stuff. And then they didn't plan for the artist. There was a room, a bunch of artists. They didn't really plan for the artists. As soon as the people that were performing came on stage, all the lights were off. All of the lights. So I was using my cell phone lights.
Oh, that is terrible.
To paint. And then I was just like, okay, I'm done.
I think I know what event that is.
I couldn't even believe it. I was like, I think I'm going to be done now. Like, I'm not saying anything bad about the people or whatever, but I'm just saying it's just like sometimes you have to think about like when you want to have an artist come and do something like that, you have to think, I had to pack up so much stuff to come and set up. And then there were some other friends that I seen in the same event, and their stuff was just like, they were up on another floor and they're like, well, I'm glad I brought a light. And then if you were in a position where you're in a section that didn't have electricity, you're in trouble. So
yeah, I think it's wonderful, and I think we do need more non-arts entities and businesses and organizations involving the arts. But I do wish they would hire professional arts administrators to consider all these things, like the light.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Hey, will the lights be on? You know, like these, you know what I mean? These things make or break events.
They really do. And I mean, also, not only for the artists, what if there were people that were looking to buy stuff?
Yeah.
So then they're picking things up in the dark and they're going to say, well, I'm not going to buy it because I can't see it.
I can't see.
Like, it looks like it might be okay, but
I can't tell.
I can't tell. So
it's coming.
Look at this.
It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it so much.
Look at that.
Oh, did I put that off to with? Ow. I have gold paint here.
See, this is
look at that.
I would just make these outlandish outfits.
It's so not outlandish though. I love it. It's perfect. I'd wear it. I'm just saying.
It got a feeling of opera.
It does. It really does.
Well, you know, like my dream. Oh, this is nice. You can kind of still bend that paper mache into a form. Oh, still kind of wet. When I left high school, I was going to study makeup.
Really?
I wanted to be a makeup artist who worked on operas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome, actually.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh, you know, they were more about salons. So that just was not going to work for me. Okay, this needs to be.
I'm going to plug the hot glue back in.
And I just didn't want to move to New York.
Yeah. I could see why.
Too expensive.
Yep. Way.
It was already hard enough to be poor in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I do.
move there and be even poorer. I don't know. Wasn't my thing. Ooh. Do you have a hot glue gun, you said?
I do. I just plugged it back in so it can start getting hot.
Because I think, ooh, look at that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful.
Oh, here, you want, and I got like tons of material in here. There's that gold.
I do
There's
love that
this.
gold.
Oh.
I want to wear this like myself. I love fabric like this. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and I got these. Maybe I'll put this underneath. Yeah. I kind of lend some sort of old world.
Oh, that's lovely.
Right?
Yes. This is why this is amazing, but it's so hard to work with an artist that you're like, you really dig because you never get any work done. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I'm like not getting any work done.
I'm loving this robe. It's got a wizard feel to it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, let's see.
That's my whole deal. Wizardry.
Did I buy an eagle?
Oh, we need an eagle. Are you serious? You have an eagle?
No, but I have a raven.
Oh, there's a raven. I need the raven.
Do you know how old this stuff is?
I don't, but I'm living for it.
This is from the 90s. I just ended the project. I was like, I can't.
So y'all know I'm definitely putting this raven on.
Yeah, there's like little pom-poms. Oh, that's her thing.
You can really see like the little feet. Look at the feet.
I know.
You guys see the feet? Look at that. It's
Do you need hands? I bought hands.
I do. I need one hand. I'm going to go with one hand for mine. Just one.
Here you go. Here's the hand. And we're going to have to paint that because, as you can see.
Yes, we have to paint the hands.
As you can see, all the hands in this craft store were this color. Just like the Band-Aids word.
Crayons.
Yeah. Things are slightly changing. Oh,
yes.
Here's this.
Oh, I love those.
Okay, right?
They have now that there's like a skin tone crayon box that you can buy, and it has an actual variety of skin tones in the crayon box. And it's not just peach.
Oh,
it's not. It's like all different. It's browns and different.
All different shades of black.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Black isn't just black. There's all different shades of it.
Yes, yes, it's wonderful. Thank goodness it took them so long.
Didn't have to.
It didn't, but here we are. Okay. Progression.
Okay, is this gonna work?
Oh, I love it. I like that. It's like a cape.
Oh, can I cut that?
Ah! Oh, that was my watch. Pardon me. My watch has alerted me that every minute of breathing can help you concentrate. I certainly hope so. I'm just saying, I certainly hope so. Just...
I have a watch like that too. I took it off. Oh, damn it.
Like, thank you for reminding me to breathe. That might sound funny, but sometimes you do need a reminder.
Oh, I think I like flowers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, magical beings.
Yes.
Magical.
Lovely. We're doing things. I love the whole idea. Okay, now I got the glue set up. It's working now.
Awesome.
So whenever you're ready.
I think the flowers, yeah.
I totally love the flowers.
Right? I think they need to be there. Are you breathing?
I was just about to say, should I check? I'm breathing. I'm breathing. It's okay.
I do like them. You know, it vibrates your wrist to remind you to breathe.
It does, and I do like that. I do like that.
It's kind of.
I like
it was
being
helpful,
reminded.
like during those moments where, sometimes you do forget. You just get
You
all
do.
hyped up.
You do. Like, I have one that was reminding me to drink water, and I'm normally good with it throughout the week. Like, when I'm not working on a project,
Yeah.
I will sit in the same spot 4 hours, and then I'll look and I'll be like, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. And
I didn't even drink any water.
I noticed that.
Like, oh my God.
What am I doing?
Yes.
To myself?
Oh no. And then I'll feel so bad. Like, oh my gosh, maybe I should like stop and take a break. Because we do forget, I think.
Just
that's
get like
common. Yes, once you're in a groove and then you're just like, I don't want to stop working.
Yeah.
Now.
My niece is like that. She's getting creative like that. She just doesn't want to stop.
Yeah, you do get caught up. You get caught up. I do it all the time. That's why I set lots of alarms. And sometimes that doesn't even work.
Yeah.
Where you're like, what is that noise?
Why is it somebody turn it off and it's just you in the house?
That
Somebody
is me
turn it off.
constantly.
And you're like, oh, it's me. I need to turn it off.
Yes. I'll tell myself all the time when I wake up, I'm like, oh, that alarm's gone off. I really wish it wouldn't be on. Is there someone? Oh, I need coffee.
Oh, yeah. Can someone make me coffee?
Can I get a cup of coffee around here? Who runs this place?
Who's working?
Who's going to clean up this mess? Gosh. Oh, I will.
Oh, damn, it's me again.
Yeah. I'm so unreliable.
Oh, I got to strike. I gotta remind myself to strike for better pay.
Right? Yes. Yes. Like, we're going to need assistance. This place.
Come on now.
This place is terrible.
When's the last time you increased the minimum wage? Oh my God.
We need paid lunches.
It's kind of like that story Erica just told us. Oh, that was funny.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. We can't tell you.
No.
Yeah. Sorry. But it was funny.
It was hilarious. We had a blast. Laughing.
Ooh. Yes. So, when I was making these, I made like 5. I sold them for $350, right? And that's when another reason why I stopped, because so labor intensive.
Yeah.
It just, even that was like not enough.
Yeah.
Like I was hand sewing things and.
But now there are some shortcuts. And you still, yes, there's some shortcuts. But still. Yes.
Even with the shortcuts, it's still,
yes.
like right now, what we're doing is we're selecting patterns and colors, and you have to just envision what it's going to look like.
Yes.
And then you have to change your mind and pick a different kind of pattern and color. And it's all being done in your mind and your, as you envision. Oh, that looks great.
Thank you.
Oh, looks like it's
yes, I wanted to hands
orating.
God, yes. Look at that. I love her. Him, her. Doesn't
They.
matter. They. Yes.
I love them.
I love them too.
I'm glad we moved to them.
Me too. I agree.
I don't know why people have problems with it.
Because you are asking them to do something that they don't want to do. Why? Make me work. How dare you?
How dare you make me think?
Make me call you by the name you requested. How dare you?
How dare you make me pronounce your name right?
Oh my gosh. People are so strange.
You are.
They're really
No,
strange.
I mean, I will say, like, I may not. Another reason why I like them is because I am an elder, and I'm not going to be able to remember all the pronouns.
Yeah.
I will do my damn best.
Yes.
But yes, I know
agree.
my failings.
Yeah. People just get so mad and offended. Like if someone corrects you and says, no, I go by this or go by that or whatever. Okay. Why are you mad? Stop being mad at people for no reason.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Let people live.
Let people live. Let me sneak
Oh, yes,
you.
it does come.
Hello.
Well, also,
Is this Erica?
Hey, how's it going?
So, like,
It's going well.
Oh, she's talking? Oh.
Yes.
Hello?
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
I just wanted to pop on because we do have a couple of comments, and I also wanted to ask you a question that came up earlier too. So there are a couple comments, which are great. Oh, Deanna Cromer, she found out what TED Talks stands for, and it's
great.
It's technology, entertainment, design is what the TED is for.
Okay.
She
We'll take that
also,
one.
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you,
so
Deanna.
we solved that mystery. And then she also says that this is reminding me of times when my cousin and I would create side by side. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And then Robert Arrett wrote, it's like a tech night at the theater. We'd take crazy stuff like blocking boxes and turn them into stage pieces, chairs, tables, benches, etc., etc. Complete repurposing of junk. Love it.
Yes.
That's so awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Lowbrow for highbrow concepts.
Yes.
I think people, theater is a great example of constantly repurposing things and painting it, throwing light on it, and voila, you have a castle.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have like a mansion, or you have a desert.
Oh, desert.
A cave.
Oh my gosh.
So we also have a question that was from earlier on from Deanna Cromer also, and her question was, what have been your best insights while immersed in your making?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'll let you take that one.
So yeah, I'll let you guys take it away.
That is a great.
Okay,
thank you.
That's a good question, Deanna. I don't know, because I think insights on what? On many things, though. Like breakthroughs. I've had a complete and utter breakdown while doing a piece, just crying for no reason whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And you find things out about yourself while you're working on things. And sometimes there are pieces where you're like, oh, I did a piece one time where there was this woman and this Black woman. That's essential. A Black woman in the center of the piece, and then the rest of the piece were hands. And these hands were all different shades and colors, grabbing at her, pulling her hair, pulling her arms, pulling her in this direction. And I called it Object 44. That was right at my 45th birthday. And I was feeling this certain kind of way about being, people commenting on me and how I look, my looks, not in a bad way. I usually get nice compliments and stuff like that, but it became overwhelming to me as I've gotten older. Like that was just like, and sometimes a piece will do that to you. It will break something open for you where you're like, oh my God, this is so, this was tugging at me and I didn't realize it was tugging at me. To me, that is insight into how to go from point A to point B. And sometimes art will do that for you. It will. Or sometimes you get a memory. Oh my gosh, when you look at something and you're like, you know what this reminds me of? Just like, any other little thing. So insights for me, it would be personal. I don't know about Chris. What about you?
Okay, what is the question again? Because I'm insights while you're making or after or
I don't know. I hope I answered it.
I think you did, but I was listening to it and then I forgot the question.
But I think Erica's back.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. What have been your best insights while immersed in your making?
Oh, wow. During the process. That is a really good question.
I think, and this is most recently, that just because we're in corporeal bodies doesn't mean we can't tap into energy. And once again, like we all have access to the creative energy, the creative source, the source of creating. Because I deal with chronic pain and issues, and when I'm creating, and a lot of creators have said this. Even recently, I watched 60 Minutes, and Tony Bennett has dementia, I think, or correct me if I'm wrong out there. And as soon as the piano started, he came alive, but when he's not doing his music, he's in the state of loss of his memory.
Yeah.
So I think that there's tapping into that resource of energy and power that we sometimes forget we all have access to. And that is transformative. So the insight was like, well, if I can not feel pain while I'm creating, why do I feel the pain when I stop creating? And how do I tap into what is that energy that makes the pain disappear? Because it just disappears. Where's my mind going? So if my mind stops within the creative process, the pain starts again. So there's that was my latest. But
that's brilliant, though. Yes, I love where you're going with that one.
Right?
Yes.
Have you felt that?
Yes.
You just
because you wonder why can't you be there
all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it is a there.
It is. Yes, it exists.
So what is that there place? What is that place that we access that dissipates the pain?
Oh my!
Makes us forget, or what are we tapping into in our brain? I don't know. That's any scientists out there?
We need scientific answers.
Scientists, psychotherapists, both, sports medicine,
anything.
I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, I hope I did too. I wasn't really sure, but I think that, I don't know. Sometimes, and it's not with everything you do. I will say too, sometimes you do a piece and you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
And you're really sad about it. Like, oh, what am I doing? This is so bad.
I did a piece like that. I was so stuck to my idea of what it was going to be and what I thought about it. And then when I saw it in action, I was like, that's so wrong. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. It hurts.
It does, because you try to recover. It's
so painful when you do something that's terrible. I think I was upset for 2 days. My stomach hurt.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
There are scissors.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. You try to bring yourself back from it and you're like, what can I do? And sometimes there's really nothing you can do. You're just,
and
you have to move on.
Now it's even more challenging in a sense because we have social media.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And this is, I really feel for the generation coming up in this, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have a different idea of mistakes. Maybe I'm looking at it through my lens, but just having your mistakes just all out there. Maybe it's liberating. I don't know.
It could be. I don't know. Maybe it is for them. For me, I don't want everybody seeing.
Me neither.
Please
don't. When you make something terrible, you're like, okay, how many people saw that?
Can I take this down in time?
Yeah.
Because there are people that are experts at just oh, look at this post that so-and-so put up. I'm going to screenshot this. I am a pro and now I have it. It's
and you're like, oh God, I just
don't want you to see that right now. Thanks.
Yeah, because it's not my best.
Oh, yeah.
But whatever. That's going to happen.
Yes, it is. It is.
Happen.
We've been there.
Yep.
And here we are. Look at us. Doing the thing. We're creating.
Doing the thing.
This is a beautiful thing.
Thinking this might work.
Yes. I love it. And oh my gosh, I didn't even see I don't want to call it a belt, but this is beautiful. I love that there. See? Yes.
It's coming together. Look, this was just a scrap that I saved.
See?
I saved this scrap. I've been carrying this little scrap of turquoise faux fur for 10 to 12 years.
It's
And
wonderful.
finally, I found a use.
And look where it is. 12 years later.
12 years later.
Look at this. It's amazing. It's amazing. Get yourself some artist friends if you're trying to get rid of stuff.
Yes.
That is
definitely. And
artist friends.
if you're giving away really, really well, before your artist friends, please think of Daniela and I first.
We are your artist friends.
Yes. And let us know if you're getting rid of things.
Yes.
We will, as you can see, we will put it to good use.
Yes. I like to repurpose stuff. I think it's wonderful.
Oh my goodness. It's so bizarre, this color.
Oh my gosh.
See, look, I love how, oh my God, look at this.
Don't you guys wish you were here doing this? Because
the aluminum foil has blown my mind.
It works well.
It works
so well, especially when you're doing stuff like this. It's just like, and you know what? You can really compact it to where it's like a firm base. You don't, and I mean, you can make it to where it's like a skirt and nice and flowy, but then you can make it to where you don't have to use wire. Like if you wanted to make, you can make it into an actual skeletal armature for a person instead of, using wire if you wanted.
Yeah, because I bought wire, but I don't always like to use it. This is where learning any form of 3D, like there's a certain flow that you have, and every time I use wire, I always injure myself.
Yes, me too.
And I think people who are in the midst of it, and I don't know if they injure themselves as much as I do on tools that I'm not familiar with.
I understand what you mean, though. Yes. I have had some wire injuries myself, believe me. Which, yeah.
I like the possibility of just using
you
aluminum
can.
foil.
And that's the thing that's so great about it, because you can make it into anything. Like you really want like a firm arm. Like you can just roll this up until it doesn't roll anymore. And it could be really like wire. And it will still move. You twist that up. Look at that. And it's just like.
See, I'm loving it. It's blowing my mind.
It'll still move. See, you can do it. It's great.
Blowing my mind.
We love it.
It's not just good for potatoes.
Exactly. You don't have to have it just for Thanksgiving and cookouts.
See,
beautiful.
Look at it. It just makes it flow. I gotta puff it out some more. Yeah. Look at that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See, when you're really loving it, you just start humming.
Mm-hmm. It's when the music starts. I like.
She's starting to talk.
She is though. She really is.
She's starting to talk. Look at this.
Look at her.
I got to do something about that.
What about what?
The little. I got to put a piece. I'll have the piece. Because look at the piece I saved.
12 years.
12 years. Look at this. And finally,
it's beautiful.
On this amazing day, the usage. Ooh,
look what I have. You know who saves stuff like this?
Yeah, see? That's perfect.
Get your artist friends.
Yes. Oh, you're going to use that on him?
I think I might. Look at that.
Maybe on the back of the coat.
Oh my gosh, that's a good idea. See, look at us. We're ridiculous. In the best way possible, though.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I need to hydrate. Sorry.
Look, that's perfect.
Perfection. That was my attempt at French.
What do they say for perfect?
I don't know.
Ausgezeichnet for German. Stupendous.
Only thing I know in German is wonderful. Isn't it wunderbar?
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. I think a lot of people know that though.
Yes.
That's a common word.
Das ist fantastisch.
Oh, I like that.
Fantastisch. Yeah.
I really like that.
Ja, das geht gut. Das ist fantastisch. Das Geld. Oh, superb.
Well, I don't know why people don't like the German language. I've watched a few things where people are like, it's so harsh. And I'm like, but to me, it sounds so, it's like there's something, what's the word I'm looking for? Because French, I would say, is kind of romantic and Spanish is sexy. And like, but German has something, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not forceful, but like powerful. That's a good word.
Yeah.
It sounds strong. It sounds strong. I love it.
It does come off like that.
It's very strong.
But you know, like I guess there's just been so many movies highlighting the worst. Germans, right? So,
yes, that's
you know, Colonel Klink and all that crap.
yeah.
History.
Oh, the Monopoly man is always around.
Yep. I can't wait to do that. I'm serious. Wait till I tell Bethy.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so great.
She's gonna be like, you guys.
She really is. We're ridiculous. In the best way. See, we are working.
We are working.
We are working. This is just working out beautifully.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Before I put that on. Ooh, I like this fabric. This is beautiful too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's lovely.
Ooh.
Lovely.
Yours is powerful. It's coming together. Oh, I love how the gold is on that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, this too. Looks like a tunic.
See, we're doing things.
Loves it.
Which is wonderful.
But isn't that like, wait a minute, you mentioned a teacher. Didn't you mention a teacher? And it's like really interesting how
I did.
Our teachers, we meet a special teacher who puts us on that path.
Yep.
So everybody, I hope.
Remember your teachers.
Remember your teachers. Celebrate your teachers.
Should. They're there. I'm 45 and see, when I was in the 6th grade, that was like 1980 something. So, I mean, I remember Miss Schoen. I remember her. She was so sweet and beautiful and just a nice lady. And I liked taking her class.
She like believed in you. So
she did. And she might not remember me, but she said one thing to me, and that was the only thing that I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
Isn't that interesting? Like that one thing that someone, even if they don't stay in your life, kind of sets you either free or on a path.
Yes. Yes.
That's why it's so important, people, to really, even if you feel awkward about it, just to connect.
Yes.
With people.
That is true.
Tell them how you feel.
It's very important. I agree with that. And listen to people. Sometimes they might tell you something that you'll use later. And you won't even know.
Yeah, I guess it is back and forth there. Listening and telling. Oh, I like your nails.
Oh, thank you.
I've been looking at them. I haven't said anything yet.
Hey, I'm back.
Erica.
Hi, Erica. So I have a question that I'd love to hear your thoughts about. And that's just about the name of the class. Why did you choose to call this a Mistress class?
Ooh.
Thank you. I was trying to find a way to tell people why I called it that. You know, you look around and there's different classes, and they're all called master classes, even when it's taught by a woman artist. And here we are in the 21st century. There's what, less than 10% of women represented in museums and galleries. And then when you do have them engaged, you use the language master. And as I mentioned before, like I have a thing about language. So what does that mean? I just start thinking master and servant. And yeah, I'm always trying to like kind of flip the language on its head.
Yeah, I agree with this.
Like reframe the meaning of it. I get it, and I'm not like saying, don't ever use the word again.
Right.
I'm just saying that for me personally, it's not a word I really get in. I dig. So that's why Mistress class.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We also have a comment here, again from Deanna, and she had asked about the insights earlier.
Uh-huh.
And she said, like how aluminum is known for its memory, and here your dolls have memory underneath the layers, and memories give us our shape. So that was a very interesting.
Oh, that is
thought there, yeah.
Deanna. We love that.
Deanna.
Yes. Yes. Mhm.
So thank you, Deanna, for that comment.
Wait, what was it?
It was about.
I saw what you did there.
I saw what you did there.
Oh.
Yeah.
We love it. Saw what you did there. We love
No, that's really phenomenal.
That really is phenomenal. That is great.
Yes.
Thank you.
And yeah, and that's, you know, when I first made these, they're just kind of like faces of people of the world. I was just making faces of I guess non-white peoples, you know, like I collect dolls. I collect dolls that from all over the world because I want to have a memory of how people would dress as a part of their culture.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, as the world gets more and more connected, everyone is starting to kind of look alike in some ways.
Blend, yes.
We're not wearing the colors of our culture or the patterns. The hairstyles are kind of the same, and they're not.
Yes.
Yeah, so I like collecting the dolls and making these kind of new dolls to kind of remember our faces and our voices.
Yes.
We would dress really wonderfully and elaborately.
Yeah. No, not so much.
I have a book like of all the different across the whole world. Just across the Greeks, the Turkish. Everything was so beautifully embroidered,
colorful,
all tied to nature, woven, just beautiful clothes. In a lot of ways, there's stories being told in some of these patterns. So, you know, when we're all kind of, I don't know, wearing those JCPenney blues. What are we saying about ourselves and our people?
Oh. Well,
no pot shot on JCPenney. I bought some nice clothes there, but you know, like there's a look.
Yes, there is.
That's not indicative of, I don't know.
Yes, I agree. I know exactly what you mean.
You know what it is? It's like celebrities get to dress like that. Celebrities get to just dress, you know, like look at the Met Gala.
Yeah. And they, you know, it's funny. They set precedents on the clothing. Like when people see it, it becomes something other than what it was at first.
Yeah.
Because the artist that actually sat down and drew it and designed it isn't important until this person wears it.
Yes. Shout out to all the designers.
Yeah.
All the designers.
All of you.
All of you.
Yes.
Who are, one day may have a star wear your designs at the Met Gala, but
yeah. But
whether that happens or not, you're needed.
Yes. Yes. And that makes me sad though, because there are some things that are like really amazing where you're like, oh, or you watch those shows like Project Runway.
I used to love Runway.
And they're like, oh, you see people that are doing these different things and it might be weird and crazy. And, you're like, oh, I really like that. But then they're like, well, you're a cut from the show. Why? Like, I like the weird and crazy. Like that kind of thing is art. And how is it judged? Like that, like a show, like if someone says you're doing a show and I need for you to build an 8-shelf bookshelf, that can be judged because if you come to me with 7 shelves, you're off the show because I want 8, not 7. But I'm just saying.
It's true.
But when it comes to something that is about your creative mind, there is an issue with the judging to me. Like I never understood that. How do you determine when someone's artistic vision is better than someone else's artistic vision? Execution, if you're like, oh, well, I want a perfect stitch, or I want a perfect line, I want a perfect circle, or whatever it is, and these people don't do that, okay, then I guess that might make sense. If you give me an oval and I ask for a square, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so, but
I don't know about the judging art and artistic vision. It's odd to me.
Well, hey, do you, speaking of designers and shows, do you watch Dragula?
No, but is that the one where they eat the gross stuff at the end of the show? Is that the?
No, this is
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I love the show. It's a drag show, but it's about horror and filth and glamour.
Yes, if they do their thing is that they'll eat like ridiculously weird.
It depends on the character, but yeah, they might eat like some guts.
I seen a scene and I was like, are they eating like it was like they were drinking cow's blood and
yeah,
something
that
else?
might happen.
Yeah, and I was like, not like I was just like shocked, like oh my goodness, they're doing it.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Those are the challenges sometimes.
Oh my gosh!
But the artistry on that show,
yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Not everything is pink and pretty.
And I love like they were using like you showed us, showed me earlier. I don't know if you guys saw it, but this plastic these beads, you see them on the show using it to create like horns and all kind of stuff. It's truly wonderful what they built.
I love stuff like that. I do.
That's my secret. Well, it's not so secret pleasure. I love. Oh,
I have made a set of horns that I've worn in a picture, I think.
Oh wait, is it in the picture that we have?
No, those ones I actually purchased, but then I kind of elaborated on them. But the ones that I made from Dixie cups, and they were great.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to see if I have a photo
that's a
of
whole
those.
other class.
I love them. I like stuff like that. Like I'm sorry, I'm so weird. I love that. I will just see something and I'm like, you know what? I want to make some horns today. What am I going to make these horns out of? Oh, Dixie cups. Good work. Whatever.
How's this?
Oh,
is that too much?
No, it's not. Not at all. It's not.
Okay. I think I need some hot.
I think you do. Here, I'll bring it to you. You can stay over there. Let's put this in the center so we can both reach it. It makes sense to me.
Oh.
There we go.
Wow. Oh, I love the green for the green on the eyes.
Exactly what I picked.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Oh, that looks amazing. Mm. Are there any more questions out there in the world? Oh, yes. Yeah, you're right. This isn't too much. This is just perfect.
It's perfect. Yes. Wonderful. Oh my gosh. She looks like she's about to move.
Right?
She really does.
He looks like he's about to orate.
He does. Ah, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness.
I think I need to. I think I know why that's not working. Because sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. So, when I talk to people in the audience, I just want to mention there's a really great exhibit here, Doris Lee. And when you get a chance, come down and see it. It's really important to support women artists, and especially ones that went to the best art schools and never heard about them.
Oh my God.
Never heard about them.
Oh man.
What am I paying for?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. So yeah, if you get a chance, it's an incredible exhibit, amazing artists.
Sometimes you don't know what you will like until you see it. So that's the goal.
Yep.
Go out and see as much art as possible. You never know. Just never know. I know that there was just like, I have some friends that like do stuff that I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then there's things I've never seen. I'm like, and I'll stumble upon something like online, or I'll see something. I'm like, dude, this is brilliant. How come I never knew about this? And it'll be like 4 or 5 years old. So go to a museum.
Yes.
Go out and find the stuff, because you never know what you'll like. It's there. It's waiting for you. You will see it and you'll know. You're like, this is amazing. I'm so glad I stopped here. I came here. I needed to see this.
There's some great restaurants around here too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When I go somewhere, I like to support the business.
Yeah, who was I talking to about this just recently? We were talking about like getting, go into local spots and stuff like that. And people get so like up in arms about cost, where it's like, well, I'm sorry, I'm not Walmart and I can't like give you the 95-cent charge of the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people get so upset because it's like, well, I don't really like, if you go, I can order this online for cheaper. Why?
Yeah.
But why? But why?
Why?
You can get it from a place that you're like right in your neighborhood, right on the corner. Like you should try getting it from them. I think that would be nice.
Especially now.
Yeah, right now.
Especially now.
Yes, it's so important.
Support your
really
local
important.
business.
It's important, y'all.
Oh, this is nice. It's a nice.
I love that tag.
Oh, just keep dropping this. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna leave her.
I think she's lovely.
I think she's done.
I think so too. Do you want some beads?
Beads?
I have beads. You might want to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this out. Let me try this here.
I have tiny beads. I have giant beads.
Oh, this fits
look at this.
much better. Oh wow!
Look at that. That will match her top part. That red and that green. Look at that.
Oh,
All types of stuff in there. See, we like beads. We like stuff. Here we are being artsy.
yeah. So like the other dolls, I would actually string the beads.
Yes. See, and
sew
do
them
all
onto
the,
the
yeah.
outfit, right?
Yeah.
Which is like fine for the moment, but right now. Oh,
Yeah.
ah!
I'm sure there's
Oh
more.
my goodness.
No matter what, there's more in there.
Okay, now I'm getting tired. I can tell. I'm hitting it.
Me too. We're almost there. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna glue that down.
Okay.
Oh,
There it is.
it's
Boom.
perfect.
Perfect.
See? Oh my goodness.
I might do this upside down though. Yeah. These are great.
Beads are the perfect accoutrement.
These are great beads. Okay, that's too much. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
We love the
Do you do that when you have to just tell yourself to just stop, we're done. Stop it. You've done it.
Sometimes. I probably should do it more often, but I don't. I should probably tell myself to stop. I'm like, hey, that's enough.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to put it in the back.
Don't you dare do another thing, but then it's like, go ahead.
I just keep
Why not?
messing with it.
Like,
Oh,
somebody's going to love it. That's what I think. Someone's going to like it, even if it is too much. They'll be like, oh, I love how crazy you went on this one. Like, oh, great, good. I'm so glad somebody got it.
yes. Thank you.
Yes, someone always gets it. Every time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. She's done.
She's
done.
fabulous. I'm going to put some buttons, some fake buttons, not real buttons.
Oh, I love the fur with the rope. Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to sign the bottom.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. I will totally do that.
Because this is wonderful. I have a way to finish the rest of these.
Oh, and I'll leave
This
you
will
with
be
a
a
bunch
special. This will be a special edition.
of stuff. It's collaborative.
I'll let you know when it sells. I'll give you.
Oh, whoops. See the things that happen when you're doing
See, we're getting tired.
Yes, yes. That might be the sign.
I keep. Oh man.
We have the signs. Those are the signs right
Yep.
there.
The dropsies. Yes, audience. Members.
You got the dropsies. I got
One
the
way to know
dropsies.
when to stop.
When you start
Is
dropping stuff.
when you're dropping stuff. It's time to stop.
Yes,
Time to stop.
it is. So
Okay.
I probably could have went like further and further and just kept on going on this dude, but I'm gonna stop right here for now.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh.
It's Erica again.
Hello.
Hello.
I just wanted to check in on you because it looks like you guys have made a lot of progress.
We did.
We certainly did.
I believe we're done.
Well, before we wrap up, I wanted to share a couple more comments with you as well.
Okay.
Robert Arrett commented on coming to the museum when you were talking about going to museums and these different artists, and Doris Lee. He says, that's why I come to the museum, always something new there and yet familiar. Great place to get lost when one needs to get lost. So that was a great comment.
Yes.
That's a perfect comment.
And then Deanna wrote, I've learned so much from today. Thanks for doing this. And Robert also agreed with that. So thank you both so very much. And
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah.
We learned from them as well.
Yes.
I know what TED Talk stands for.
Yep. We're
And
gonna
aluminum memory about aluminum foil. Like, this is awesome.
It is.
So any final thoughts before we wrap up the program today?
Well, I think we might want to show you what we finished, right? I don't know.
Yes,
Is
definitely.
Chris around? Can he kind of zoom in?
Hold on, let me move this out the way.
Yeah, that's good. Let's set the stage, the drama.
Here we go. Let's see. I don't know how far back we are. So
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, and I'm going to put one of these unfinished ones just to kind of let you know where we started. Erica, we're not sure if people can see.
Yeah.
are you seeing them?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yes,
Can you see all three of
totally.
them?
Yes.
Okay.
perfect.
So the one in the middle, or, as I mentioned in the first segment, I started these dolls in the 90s, and I sold 5 of them. I didn't like the way the armature was, I just lost my focus on them. And so today I thought, let's, see what we can do with this. And oh my God, you put the bird on it.
I did.
Okay. So I'm working with Daniela, and you can see from her work behind her, she uses all kinds of materials to shape the bodies. And that's what we did today. And we're able to really give movement and form.
Yes, they look.
And drama
Yes.
to it that I wasn't able to do before. So here we are. This is what we originally started with. He's now going to disappear.
And you can push them forward a little bit closer to the camera too, and we can get even.
And that's what we're going to do. So,
yeah.
We saved so many different things. And today we were able to use all these little scraps of things that we saved.
Fantastic.
Right? I love the bird on it.
Me too. I think that's my favorite part, the bird.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch them around because I don't like how the purple wand is covering up the bird.
It's very beautiful. Also, too, I think you should turn them around because they have to see these folds in the back of this. This is really beautiful. Look what, and then the flowers back here.
Here's the
look
back.
at Chris did. Look at the folds that happen.
This.
The moment back here. This is really, very
Right?
beautiful. It is beautiful.
Oh, I love it with the buttons. So thank you everyone for joining us. Daniela is going to sign this one. These are going to be special edition dolls.
Oh my gosh, I get to sign it.
You'll have to come back. We have other ones to do.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we'll have to just do it more often.
Yeah, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to 7 more to finish.
Oh my gosh, we're doing it.
So we're gonna have to do this.
We
again.
are.
We're gonna have to bring all our stuff together and finish these
Yes.
special edition dolls.
I'm so good with that.
Thank you so much for joining us today for the Mistress class.
This was very fun.
Danielle Robinson, who is an amazing artist. Please make sure to follow her on her
Instagram, Facebook. I think, everything is Danielle Robinson Art. So wherever you look it up, you'll find me there.
very consistent, very smart. Everything's very easy to find. Not so for I learned that from you.
Really?
I did because I had several different websites, and I'm like, I need one website with just like everything needs Madame Dolores, Madame Dolores, Madame Dolores.
Yeah.
Right, because it was just too confusing. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And she has prints and paintings and sculptures, and just make sure to sign up for her. Do you do a newsletter or?
I don't, but I've learned that from you because I will be getting things from you, and I'm like, you know what? I should do this. So,
Yes.
see, look at that.
Yeah.
We're learning.
So sign up for a newsletter from her to follow her and see when the next show is happening. I don't know. Maybe we can get a show down here.
That would be awesome.
Seton Hill University. Hello. There's some nice gallery. There's some small galleries down here that we can jump onto.
Yeah, definitely. And we do have inquiries in the chat about are these going to be for sale? Where can people find out to be able to check out what's going on with these dolls and maybe future ones? How could they find that out from you?
They will be for sale, and my Instagram is probably the best place right now, and eventually my website. But for now, Instagram, they can find out about them. And thank you for the nudge. I will update my website and make sure if you're interested in purchasing one that you can. Like I said, we have 7 more to do. And yeah, thank you for your interest. You can follow me at madamechristianadolores.com, and same with Instagram. I'm not so much on Facebook.
Yeah.
What is it, Meta? Anywho, have a great Saturday evening.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I just want to thank you both so much for doing this really cool program today. Thank you very much. And thanks for everybody for tuning in to this live streamed Mistress class. For more information on our Artist-in-Residency program and other upcoming programs and events, please visit our website and our social media, www.thewestmoreland.org, and we're on Instagram and Facebook. So thank you again, everyone, and have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, Chris Ivy, too.
Thanks, Chris Ivy. Thanks, Boom
Ivy.
Concept. Thanks, Westmoreland.
Thanks, Erica.
American Art.